Hi, my name is Stephanie Aegis and I'll be exploring the idea of man-made algal blooms to reduce climate change effects. We've all heard about climate change and the effects on the environment, including melting ice caps, a rapid rate of extinction and sea level rise. But is there a process that we can implement to help reduce the rate and possibly stop these environmental events? The answer is yes, and it comes in the form of a minuscule organism known as phytoplankton. To start off, let's define what a phytoplankton is. Phytoplankton are referred to as algae and are known as self-feeding or autotrophic organisms of the plankton family. This means that they are able to produce food and nourishment drawn from inorganic materials such as carbon dioxide. Phytoplankton are found in sunlit areas of a range of water sources, from saltwater oceans to freshwater river systems, and are termed as key organisms in these ecosystems. Although they are too small to be seen by the naked eye, when there are copious amounts of phytoplankton in one area of the water can appear to give off a slightly greenish colouring. This is due to the presence of a green-coloured substance known as chlorophyll, which helps plants and algae turn sunlight into energy. You may be asking how the use of such a small organism can combat climate change, and the answer lies in their uptake of CO2. To be able to reduce CO2 in a way that will make a difference, there needs to be a high concentration of algae within the water. But how would you create a bloom in the vast areas of the ocean? This is done by a large increase in certain nutrients that the phytoplankton need, and in this case the nutrient is iron. In early 2004, 160 square kilometres of the Southern Ocean was subjected to a large amount of iron being poured into it by researchers from the European Iron Fertilisation Experiment. From this study, they found that for each particle of iron entered into the ocean, a minimum of 13,000 atoms of CO2 was returned back into the ocean, where they sunk to a depth of at least 1,000 metres and entered into deeper waters. This was achieved through the phytoplankton, as when they died they sunk to the bottom of the ocean with the CO2 trapped within them. Using this evidence, you would think, hey, why not dump a heap of iron into the ocean and reduce carbon by 13,000 atoms at a time? But the issue is a lot more complex than that. One major issue with creating massive algal blooms is that we simply don't know the effects on not only ocean chemistry, but the organisms and ecosystems that reside within it. It may cause a major decrease in the oxygen content in the water, or in some cases create algal blooms that are highly toxic and lethal. And because of this, using phytoplankton is not being researched, but it needs to continue, as this minuscule organism could help create a future Earth for all of us.